Horrible news going around the world today and the boxing world. Anthony Joshua injured in a brutal and horrific car accident where two others have also died. Joshua's strength and conditioning coach and close friend, Sina Gahami, and his personal trainer and long-term friend, Latif Ayodele, sadly both passed away in the accident that Joshua was in. And horrific, horrible stuff. Condolences to everyone involved in everything that has happened. And for Anthony Joshua, even surviving the crash, it was literally just where they were all seated of how he survived. Joshua was sat behind the driver. Sadly for the other two, they were on the side that the accident happened on. It was just purely on where they were sat on who survived the crash. So, honestly, Joshua, this is like massive condolences to him because this is going to be very difficult for him to get through. You know, the trauma of this crash and the fact that two of his friends, close friends, and guys who have been around him and his team have died from this. I can't imagine what he is thinking right now and what he is going to be going through. So condolences to him, and hopefully he recovers well mentally and physically. Honestly, horrible stuff. We're going to get into the crash. I'm going to go through a few things here. There are things to be said about just the people around it, just filming, holding cameras in Anthony Joshua's face while he is clearly in brutal and horrific pain from this. And you can already tell from this here how bad the accident was, and that Joshua probably is, you know, lucky to be alive after that. And it was just purely on where they were sat, on the fact that Joshua was able to survive this, and that and in the end, he saw two of his close friends just around him, no longer with us. Horrible stuff. It was an absolutely horrific crash. But you look here, Joshua here, so many people just surrounding it with their phones out recording this. Like, not even trying, like, just with their phones. It's to be, look, it's to be expected. Look, Joshua is like a god over there. But the last thing he's going to want right now is cameras in his face. That is the last thing he's going to want. And that is the problem with the world right now. That all they want is just to go, oh, I was right there in the moment, just to see Anthony Joshua's crash, which is just going to be everywhere on the news. It's like, look at the pain on his face. He clearly doesn't want anyone around him. He's in pain physically and probably mentally as well. This attention around it all is the last thing that he probably needs right now. You've just got this clown here snapping photos, trying to get it as high as possible honestly, what a joke. He is clearly in absolute distress out of all this. Very clearly. Horrible stuff has happened. And, you know, as well, I think it was Elusive that put it up, like, just Joshua's not going to be feeling good. The guilt that he's going to have, like, him surviving this, and two others who he's very close to, families who he's probably very close to as well, have died in this. It's going to be very difficult mentally and physically to recover from. Very difficult, honestly. You know, I don't want to talk too much into the whole boxing thing, but I think one thing I will say is that how would it affect him? Like, We bring in the Errol Spence Jr. crash. Look at what happened to his career throughout. He took injuries. What's happening here? But what could happen with Joshua? But what we are learning from this, though, is that Anthony Joshua, the SUV he was riding collided with a stationary truck. Joshua suffered minor injuries and was taken to hospital, but he is in a stable condition, which is good. I don't know if it's minor injuries in what compared to what the crash was like, or because it could be like, you know, he has got more in, like, they're more than minor injuries. They're just saying minor compared to, you know, surviving the crash, which was very clearly a very, very, very bad crash. But police and safety authorities are investigating the cause of the crash. Yeah, it's horrible news. Horrible news. Condolences to everyone involved. Condolences to Anthony Joshua. This must be an absolutely horrific situation for him to be in, and hopefully Joshua makes a recovery physically and mentally. Hopefully the families of the two that died, condolences to them. Hopefully, it's hard to say because they've just lost family members, and Joshua mentally as well. It's condolences to him. Just condolences to everyone involved, because it's going to be very difficult for people to get over.